Hey everybody, it's Alex here for Packible Tool, and today I'm going to be doing a quick installation video for you showing how to install our folding Packout tabletop kits onto the Milwaukee Packout boxes. Couple quick notes before we get started. For the purposes of today's demonstration, I'm going to be using this bad boy right here, the 2-drawer Milwaukee Packout. This, however, can be installed on multiple other boxes. It can go on any of the boxes that have these longer aluminum rails on the corner. That includes all of the various styles of Packout drawers, as well as the XL toolbox, which looks like the drawers in size, but has the big lid that opens on the top. And then also the large toolbox, as I'm showing here. The installation is practically the same for all the different models, so you don't need to worry about which one you're going to put it on. This video will apply to all of them. One note, however, and how the boxes differ is how the rails get removed. So for the large toolbox and the XL box, sliding these rails out is as simple as taking a regular number 2 screwdriver with a precision head. It needs to have a little bit of a narrow shaft to fit in the hole, the opening at the top, which is right on the corner here. You simply are going to insert a screwdriver, pull the screw out, and that rail is simply going to slide straight out the bottom. You can attach the product. Those boxes aside, those are easy, which is why I'm going to show this one in today's video, because it's the one I get the most questions about regarding removing the rails, because it is a bit trickier. And so when we jump into this here, I will specifically give you guys some additional resources that are going to help make this a lot easier if you're putting it on a drawer unit. Let's get started. Okay, a couple things you're going to need to get started. You're going to need the tabletop itself. Obviously, there should be 4 of these mounts in your kit, as well as some various hardware, the folding brackets, and then for tools, all you're going to need is a complete set of Allen keys. For the purposes of today's video, I prefer to use these bits in this driver. I think that it just makes it a little bit easier, but these will definitely do the job. These just work a little better. So if you have these, use them. Otherwise, you're covered. Size-wise, you'll be needing a 5/32 and a 1/8 size bit. Okay, so when it comes to the rails on these boxes here, you're going to see something that's probably not on your box, and that is a socket head cap screw sitting in the corner of mine. This is an additional item that I have made and added to all of my drawer boxes to make doing these mods easier. I'll put a card up in the top corner here for how that works, as well as a card on specifically how to remove these rails from the boxes. Otherwise, there'll be links in the description as well. I'm just going to, for time's sake, skip ahead in this video right to already having had this installed. It's going to make it a little quicker, and we're going to jump into the actual install for the box itself, or for the tabletop itself, excuse me. All right, so you have everything you need to get started. We're going to go ahead and do a little prep work first. One of the first things you're going to want to do is get your mounts here and go ahead and put the set screws in the front hole on here. You're going to use your 1/8 inch bit, and you just want to snug them up until they sit ever so slightly just above the surface. You do not want them yet protruding onto the inside profile of this. I already went, for time's sake, I have those prepped. And then you're going to want to take your board, and we are going to put this board in the orientation that it is going to go on the box, and we're going to flip it over. You'll notice on the board that the distance between these inserts and the front are different. You want the inserts that are closest to the edge to go to the back of the table or closest to the box. We're just going to go ahead and remove this screw. My rail is going to slide out. I'm going to go ahead, grab 2 of the mounts, and drop those onto our rail here, like so, and then fasten that back in place. All right, so you got these bad boys mounted. Next thing you're going to want to do is find yourself these washers, as well as these pan head screws. Put those together, and those are going to go through the back hole here on the bracket and attach that to the mount. and then we're going to fasten that one into place, making sure we do not tighten that one down yet. We want it to be loose. Same with all the rest of these. We're going to go ahead then and take another one of these and put it in the bottom hole. Just going to go ahead and secure that bottom one. Again, we're going to leave it loose so everything's nice and loose still at this point and can slide up and down the rails. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I'll be back in a minute. Just to give you a little closer up shot. All right, so you've got these locked, loaded, they're ready to go. And now what we're going to do is you're looking for these tiny socket head cap screws. Then you're going to follow it up with the lock washer and then the standard washer in that order to make this assembly here. And that is what's going to be attaching the tabletop here to this. Once you have that ready, you're going to take your tabletop. And again, you're going to notice that there are inserts closer to one side than the other, as well as the Packible sticker on the front. The sticker is going to face away from the box. So this is going to go on here in that orientation like shown. All right, so we're down here in the land down under the box. I'll do my best to show you guys, but the inserts underneath here need to line up with the holes in the top of the bracket, and then we're going to insert that screw through into the insert and snug it up. All right, so you're going to take your 5/32 bit and your hardware stack, and we're going to start with the back. The front holes in the brackets are slotted, so we're going to start with the back first. I like to pick this up a little, push my screw through, catch it, and then start snugging it up. You can see right there is where we've inserted the screw to the underside of the tabletop. These are components. And for the front one, all right, next we're going to go ahead, you're going to get this adjusted to the height that you would like it at. Once you have it there, we're going to go ahead and snug up the set screws inside of the mounts there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Make sure that all your mounts are at the same height on the rails between both sides. That's important to prevent binding. Then once we have that done, we're going to go back underneath with our other bit. We're going to tighten these screws that hold the brackets to the mounts. Now the order in which you tighten everything is very important. It's probably the most important thing about this product, because if you tighten the things out of order, it is going to potentially lead to there being some binding. The last thing you're going to want to snug up is the screws in the underside of the table. Okay, so the last thing we have to tighten, these little guys right here. Now the very important thing is these lock washers that sit in this stack. This is the most important step about this. If you over tighten this bad boy, the C shape in the top of this channel up here will start to compress. It'll bend the bracket inwards, causing this channel to narrow like so. And as it narrows, it will then bind, causing this little doodad to not be able to operate, which is the lock and unlock mechanism for the bracket. And so that tightening will look a little something like this. Ring is compressed, and I gave it about a quarter turn more, and that's it. That's all you need. I'm gonna do the same on the other ones. So for example purposes here, I've over tightened this bracket. It won't pop back out because of the screw in the front is over tight. If that happens, we're going to relieve the pressure by making sure it's pushed up, and we're going to turn and loosen that screw up. And with the pressure released, it now will stop sticking. Give it a quarter turn more. The screws are very critical tightness to preventing these from sticking. Now, one other thing that can cause these to stick a little bit that I have seen, it's infrequent, but occasionally the little tabs on the side of these handles will be a little bit underbent. And if that's the case, all you need to do is take a pliers. All you need to do is take a pliers like I have here and simply give those tabs just a little pinch inward. And that can help improve the performance if it's sticking. All right, you're basically done. Assuming you've done everything correctly, this should nicely fold without any snagging right alongside of the box. If you've mounted it all the way up, this will clear the bottom of the floor or table with this box on the ground. It will not go beyond the length overall of this box. Folds up, locks into place, folds down, stores away. You got yourself a folding table. And so that's it. You've completed the install. If you have any questions or comments or feedback about the installation process or the product itself, concerns, etc., go ahead and leave those in the comments down below, or also you can email us at customer support at packabletools.com, and we'll get back to you. Enjoy! Also, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. There's lots of other great content that we post about other than instructional videos, where we bring you guys all kinds of different series, like our 5-minute mod series, where you show you how to do different mods for your packouts in 5 minutes or less. So we have lots of other videos on the channel bringing you value and showing you how to maximize your usage of packouts in your garage, in your vans, anywhere that you use them. But yeah, it would really help us out, and we can make sure that you get to see that content if it's something you're interested in, if you hit that like and subscribe button below. But thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.